Welcome to another reading. This reading is called How Synchron Are You with Your Twin Flame? How your synchronicities, how close are you? How synchron is it? You know, when are they? You guys know that when you are in communication with your divine counterpart via different things, telepathy, you know, you get signs via spirit. How synchron are you and how fast is it? We want to look into that, okay? So first of all, I want to get these signifiers. And I want to draw the signifiers in front of you so that you can see. Those are how you connect with your twin flame journey, okay? So we see the 4 paths that fall out. And yeah. So first card out is this card, Masters of Mediumship. So if you're drawn to the door, this is the first card. Then you choose this. I will read you what this is all about. And those are the signifiers for today's reading. The second signifier is this beautiful rose. The rose meditation. How gorgeous. Pile 3, please. Linking with spirit. Wow. And pile 4, please. We have thought power. Okay, so those are communications that you have in your twin flame journey with your twin flame. Choose the image or the words that you feel most drawn to. Yeah, what makes most sense to you. And now we're going to look into how synchron are you, how fast are they responding, what are you working on, what spirit has more to say, what archetypes. We're going to look into all different kind of things, okay? Okay, guys, I see you at the pies, flamies. Take care. If you're here for the first time, please subscribe to our beautiful channel. Bye, see you at the piles. So, hi, my pile 1. You chose the Masters of Mediumship. This looks amazing. Wow, look at this door. I feel that you, with this door opening, it's like you feel your twin flame very present to you. Like it seems as if they are present within your life. Yeah. When you communicate with your twin flame, you have the feeling the door opens and they walk in, you know. This is kind of the feeling that I'm getting when I look into this. With a mediumship, it could be that it has something to do with the other side, that you have spirits on the other side that are helping you in this journey. We're going to look into this and we're going to read it. And it says, many pioneers, scholars, and tutors in the field of mediumship and psychic sciences have paved the way for aspiring mediums. Much can be learned from mediums from bygone years to assist you with the unfoldment of your spiritual abilities and develop them safely and wisely. You can gain many insights from the invaluable wisdom and knowledge of those mediums that have dedicated their lives to serving spirit. You can learn different styles and facets of mediumship, but more importantly, you can understand how they lived and handled their everyday physical lives while using their gifts, talents, and abilities to help others. Then they, talk about mediumship, people that did this. Researching some of the past mediums as well as studying present-day experienced mediums and teachers will help you gain inspiration and guidance. Be discerning and choose those who resonate with you, the ones you consider to be authentic and who treat the work with the highest regard. Don't evaluate them, just learn from them. Be yourself and ask spirit, please help me to work the way you want me to work. By doing so, you're opening yourself to new ways of learning as well as new experience, and you will become a wiser medium. So maybe you are a medium, yeah? Or what I rather feel is that you can communicate with spirits on the other side. Well, that's also what a medium is, right? But more like in your way, yeah? But I feel that it feels very present. Let's see in what way and how fast your twin flame is synchronizing with your energy. So let's see. So first of all, I want to draw 2 cards from this deck to see on what these synchronicities are. Let's get 2 cards. So what do we have here? I will see in what way this is helping us. Oh, this is very interesting. You see how this, what the synchronicities are is here, this juggling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is almost the same. You see this here? It's like, what I'm feeling is here, whatever you're doing, your twin flame is doing the same things in some kind of different way, but it's actually the same because both of them are almost the same size. You know, you could see this as a couple as well. Yeah, and you're very close. Like if I put these 2 together, it's like you're right there. Yeah, I also see this big ass anchor on this picture and the big ass yin and yang sign. So for both of you, this journey has priority, and both of you have to balance. Yeah, both of you are very balancing out. This communication is very beautiful because this is about holding the balance while throwing all these balls around. So it's like holding the balance while communicating and throwing the signs towards each other, you know. What is this all about? We're gonna get more information, so I want to see what else this is all about. So this is from the Energy and Spirit Oracle. I want to draw a card on what can you do for this communication, this spiritual communication within your twin flame journey to make it grow. So the next card I'm getting is what is important, or what are you working on in this communication, or what else is important in this communication. So I'm getting what is important. Then we get how your twin flame is responding to your communication. How your twin flame is responding to this communication. We get an archetype. And then we're gonna get a card on how your twin flame is communicating with you, or how they see you, how they communicate with you, how, in what way, you know, we're seeing things here. So let's see, it's about balancing. It's a balancing act here, what I'm seeing. Okay, so what can you do to better communicate with each other is, it says many choices, uncertainty. Yeah, sometimes you don't know what it means, the communication, right? Yeah, that's what I'm feeling as well. You know, sometimes you see all these signs and you're asking spirit, you know, like, what does it mean, you know? Does it maybe mean this, or does it maybe perhaps mean this, and what does it mean, you know? And you know, what could you do to better communicate is to balance it more out, to not throw just signs at each other, because I'm feeling that both of you are trying to communicate via spirit. It's like you opening the door, and then you guys, you know, when the door opens, I feel like this is the door. Sometimes the door opens and sometimes the door is closed. And when this door, oh, that's the balance as well. Okay. Sometimes when the door opens to the communication with your twin flame, it's like you guys, you throw each other the balls back and forth, you know, but you guys have to juggle. It's like which ball to throw, you know, and sometimes you're throwing the wrong ball, so your person gets confused or you get confused, you know. So it's you guys have to better learn how to communicate with the signs that you're sending, okay? But I feel that it has more to do to know how to interpret the signs. It's like, yeah, you have to cycle more in the journey. You have to move in the journey. This means that the more you progress in this journey, the more you will get out of this confusion. It's just a thing that it depends on how long you are in this twin flame journey. Yeah, that's why the rolling is here, the cycling. The more you cycle, the more you do this balancing here. It's like in the circus, you know. The more you play in the circus, the more you, you know, the more you practice that, the more you learn how to understand the signs, the more you can throw it back and forth and not be that confused anymore and what means, you know. Yeah, this is what I'm seeing. There's definitely also a lot gets lost in translation over spirit because I mean that's the door to mediumship. There is spirit still involved. I mean in every twin flame journey, but here I see that you know, spirit is kind of absorbing your communication and then decides themselves when to open the door and throw it to the other twin flame. So it's that's kind of gets confusing. Like spirit has a lot to say here. Spirit is controlling very much this communication. Very much. I don't know why. We have to look into why spirit is controlling this. There is a lot of control of the universe, of this connection. Maybe because if spirit is not controlling it, you're not balancing it out. Maybe you are too passionate because both of these cards are red, like both of these people are red. So maybe if spirit is not holding it down and sometimes closing the doors so you guys cannot communicate with each other, maybe otherwise you guys would go crazy. Probably you would run the whole circus. I imagine that because I feel here spirit is kind of like hopping in between as like it's like a mediator, you know, because otherwise you guys would like maybe change the whole system or something in order to communicate. I feel that. I feel spirit has to have like a parent role. I do, because those are two children, right? Oh. This could mean that spirit really has to control, otherwise it would go crazy. What would happen? Why? Just open the door, spirit. Like that would be interesting. Oh, let's ask that. What would happen if spirit opens the door completely and you guys are like on your own? I would be interested in that. Because this looks like children that want to play with each other and are ready to throw designs towards each other. And like spirit is saying, no, one moment. The door has to be shut again. What is going on here? Yeah, and that's why, you know, when spirit is shutting the door and your twin flame is wanting to send you a sign right in that moment to anything you were doing, and maybe you guys were communicating and through their higher selves, of course, you know. And that's why you get it maybe one day late, because spirit is like closing the door and then another day they open it and then the sign is coming out and you're like, huh? I don't understand. Maybe that's why the confusion happens. Yeah. Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. You guys communicate through everyone and each person. Like, let's do an example in 3D how that would look like. For example, a person is coming to you, like a random stranger on the street, and is complimenting you about your new skirt or about your new hair. They're like saying, oh my gosh, your hair looks nice. That was your twin flame communicating with you. You see what I mean? Or you see a couple kissing when you walk on the street and you look left or right and you see a couple kissing and you're like, oh, you know, it's like your twin flame wanting to tell you that they want to kiss you. They use other people as well. And I feel if you don't like, this is like the power that you guys have probably. And they the same. Like, you do that the same to them. So they probably get your signs from a lot of people in their lives that say something that you may have thought, or, you know, this is very interesting. Or maybe that's why spirit is like a parent in between, because, you know, if you could use like others to express what you want to say, I mean, you could go crazy. Yeah, you need to regulate this. This is right. I understand. Like, too much pride could get in the ego, right? And okay, this is how your twin flame is feeling when they get the messages. The Alchemist. Madame Caroline, test out Rose. Test out Rose. Okay, let's see. There's a lot of, yeah, interesting. Let's see how they feel. It's kind of like with the Alchemist. I want to read this because I feel it's important what the Alchemist says. Definitely your twin flame with the Alchemist, they try to understand the sign and give you another one back. It's like they try immediately to understand and to communicate right back. Also, the Alchemist, yeah, they're trying to alchemize what they want to say in signs, and other people that come up to you. So it says transformation, knowledge, power, intuition, and magic. Deities are Hermes, the astrological sign is Sagittarius, which I also see is like Cupid. Okay. Oh wow, this was the most popular rose at its time. So it says, time for change, leaving something behind and casting off the energies, peoples and activities that no longer serve you. This is also meaning that your twin flame tries to send you immediately signs with all these different, you know, like communication methods. I feel it's even more communication methods, like people in your life, like signs from spirit, maybe mediumship stuff, maybe cards, maybe, you know, there are different things, and they can alchemize how they can send you this via spirit. It says, the question is, if you could completely change one thing in your life, what would your world look like? They change the communication up every time. Oh, so this is the interesting thing. You guys can also change communication methods. Like, it's like one day a person comes up to you and says, your hair looks nice. It's like they want to compliment you. And the next day, you get like a feather in front of your feet. You know, it's like different communication methods, and they can all use them. It's a very miraculous things happening with the magic. It says, do not be hesitant in sharing. The alchemist usually has an aura of mysterious and magic about them, but they are grounded individuals who affect change through deep understanding of their own intuition. So they can completely understand. Like, your twin flame is sometimes confused, but if you send the right signs, it's like you have to balance out. This is what I see here. You have to be in the right receiving energy of whatever communication method they're using. And that's why also sometimes you're confused, because sometimes they use a communication method where you are not used to. Like, you are, what? Was that from them? You know, like, you're like maybe seeing something, or there's a, let's say on YouTube, you get guided towards a song, and maybe this twin flame never sent you a song before. Maybe you never communicated over a new app or a new communication, and suddenly, or a new person even. And then suddenly this person pops up and you're like, oh, okay. So now they're talking through them. So it's like very interesting. Yeah, I feel this person and you like, you can understand each other, but it's like you're alchemizing your communication through different methods. and also different people. And that's why Spirit has to watch over this, because this can get out of hand, of course. Understandable, right? So let's see what the botanical notes are. It says, bred in 1861 by French rose breeder J.B. Chauvry, dates of life unknown. Okay. This rose was named after French dressmaker Madame Caroline Testout. I think that's crazy. They're testing out like stuff, and if it's not working, they're using something else. This is so funny. And maybe that's why Spirit is like sometimes not all right with it. Okay, because, you know, that's like you could really bend like so many things in reality, you know. You could even like make crazy stuff with that. So Spirit is like, yeah, I can understand why Spirit is controlling this, because this can get out of hand. Especially if you guys are very happy about communication. Because it seems like you're sending each other signs like every hour. This is like crazy communication. Okay, let's read on with here this test out person. The city of Portland earned the name City of Roses when it planted almost 500,000 of these roses along its streets in 1905 for an exposition. Oh, so this rose was the most popular in 1905, and it was planted along the streets of Portland. Interesting. Yeah, that's it. It just says that it's the most popular rose. It almost feels like as if you have priority in their communication. Like this twin flame communication has so much priority. Wow. They're testing out different communication methods. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. And the most popular wins. The most popular communication method wins. That's what you probably use the most. I don't know what this could be. This is different for every one of you that is choosing this pile. Oh, wow, this is funny. And then we have, how is this person seeing you? And how are they communicating with you? The warrior of light, Joan of Arc. Wow. What is this? It says, I have a steel-like faith in myself. The angels armor me with conviction. Okay, they see you as, no matter how the universe is like coming in between the two of you, you guys don't care. You guys are warriors. Like, you can always find different methods of communication. This is like my couple that I really love, that is always like with the universe, and I love that because I'm like the same. Like a little bit fighting with the universe, you know, because they're really they're getting censored. Like this twin flame is getting censored. But they don't care. They're saying, well, you know, we're still warriors of light. We can communicate with each other. We make it, even if you censor us, even if we you know, we have to step back a lot of times, and we are miscommunicating sometimes. They believe in you. Like this twin flame is completely believing in you, that you make it, that you understand their stuff, and that you are protected also by the universe. Even if, like it says, the angels armor me with conviction. That means this twin flame knows that, you know, you are protected by the universe. Of course, if the universe is regulating, you are also protected by the universe. So this twin flame is very important for the universe. Otherwise, they would not protect it. But it also has to protect the communication, that it doesn't get out of hand. That's understandable as well, because they're reckless. Like this twin flame couple is like, they bring a lot of change into the Earth realm. This is one of the light warriors, one of the one of the most important couples. I definitely feel celebrity counterpart here, definitely. I mean, there's no question about this, because you wouldn't have such a pride and such and pride is not spoken with the ego. That helps kind of like helps them twin flames to kind of like a little bit rebel against the universe. I definitely see this twin flame journey is also different than others. That's why they rebel also sometimes, because they're, you know, they're different. Okay, let's see why the universe has to regulate, because now I'm interested. Why do they have to regulate it sometimes? I mean, it can get out of hand. I understand this, but what is like, give me some reasons why the universe has to also, like, what is so special about this communication that the universe is stepping in to regulate? Let me see. What is so special here that the universe is trying to regulate? Ooh, this is so interesting. I love these readings. They're so cool. Oh my gosh. Oh, jeez. Oh God. I did not expect this. Wow. There are the angels involved. There is higher power. Yeah. This twin flame is so important. Definitely angels involved. Definitely, look at this. The angels clear up the communication. I feel you or your person, and both of you, I feel it's both of you, it's a twin flame. You have the angelic realm standing behind you, having your back. The angels definitely have something to do with here. This is like, this twin flame couple brings something important to this world, what is extremely important for spirit and the angels. This is like the door to spirit, and it's like the angels close it sometimes. Because this because of divine timing, maybe. That's why. Yeah, you would be done with your journey in 1 second. Otherwise, oh, it's not about going over the other side, or like, no, it's much more about the divine timing of the things. Otherwise, you would like communicate in 1 day and you will be done with your journey. Your twin flame would stand the next day on your doorstep. And that's why the door is here, you know. It's like you guys would communicate the whole time back and forth, and they would send you so much magic that the door opens by itself, you know, and your person standing there, like maybe magically appeared in front of the door. And spirit is not wanting this, because this would go against everything what we know on this earth. Like, you probably could bend everything. Wow. Like, this twin flame couple is so important. Eight of coins. Yeah, step by step. This is working hard on a journey, but like creating one coin after the other, not creating many coins at the same time. So it's like, because if you would, your passion, you see this fire that is burning behind him, your passion would really, you would create coins by each other, you know, both of you would create coins after coins after coins. And yeah, okay, I understand. It's like the spirit and the angels are regulating this, because otherwise this twin flame would not have this spiritual journeys like others. They would communicate in so special ways that they would probably put their 3D selves and put them together right away. Yeah. That would be nice though. See? I would really love to do that this door opens very like fast and not so slow. Yeah, but there is a slowing down of the process, because the process here in this twin flame journey is a very fast pacing, because of the very beautiful communication, because of the passion that they both have for each other. Aww, so gorgeous. Wow, that's all what I'm having, Pile 1. I hope you like this reading. I mean, you're privileged if you are one of such a twin flame journey. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah? That's all what I'm having. Take care. Hi, my part 2. You chose the Rose of Communication. Rose of Meditation. I don't know why I said the Rose of Communication. Maybe you communicate through nature. I feel there is something very natural about your communication with your twin flame. I also feel that you have communication, or you can have communication deliberately. Like when you sit down and meditate, that's like an action that you take, where you sit down, you take the time off your schedule, and you get into communication with your twin flame. So this is like something that you're controlling. Like you have a very controlled communication with your twin flame, because usually in these communications, it's like, it's coming in when it's coming in, right? The feathers are falling when the feathers are falling. The bird is flying by when the bird is flying by. All these natural signs that are outside are appearing when they appear, But you can actually have a very controlled, because meditation is a controlled practice of having communication with your twin flame, right? So that's what I'm seeing here, part 2. Let's see. Let's get in. How close are you in your communication, part 2? Let's get 2 cards. So, how I get the cards is always different. I don't know if some of you watch all the piles. It's very different. So let's see what is similar here. We have these beautiful things, and then we have here, I will have, the infinity sign, the number 8. So August or number 8 could be important. And of course, with the infinity, we speak of a twin flame. But look at this. There's one big 8 and one small 8. I feel one of you is more in control of the communication than the other person. So, and I think it's you, pile 2, because you're the divine feminine. The divine feminine is always a little bit advanced in the journey, because we are very in tune with the spiritual world, whereas divine masculines are very in tune with the physical world, the 3D body. We are more intertwined with spirit and with meditations and with reaching out, and that's why I think this is your 8. Like you can control, as I said, you can control your communication with spirit and within this twin flame journey. I feel your twin flame is mirroring you, because I see the little 8 as like they are mirroring you. You're not mirroring them, they are mirroring you. For some kind of reason, I'm feeling that you see that, like when you watch your twin flame, and I don't know how you can watch your twin flame. Maybe you watch their social media and you see that, but for some kind of reason, you see how your twin flame is mirroring you. Like you can see that. Let's read a little bit the backside. It says, when you're developing your psychic and mediumistic potential, it's essential to experiment with different practices and techniques, such as this special rose meditation, which can help your spiritual abilities to grow and evolve. This will assist you in strengthening the loving bridge across both realms. Yeah, okay. So this is about, you can read it if you pause. I will hold it like this so you can read it. It's about clairvoyance. But mainly this is about meditation. So this is about you sitting down with spirit and having an honest communication with spirit, so you can control this communication. It's different than when you can't control it. Yeah. And you also see at your twin flame, if you watch them for some kind of reason, maybe you are able to watch them. Maybe they are a celebrity, or, just, their social media and you see what they're doing. They're mirroring you. Like if you go on vacation, this twin flame would go on vacation maybe, some weeks later. And how they mirror you, it gets faster, because we see the eye here also. This means the more you are progressing in this journey, the more this twin flame is mirroring you, and the faster they're mirroring you. Means like if you have a boyfriend, they will have a boyfriend, or they will get a girlfriend. If you do something, and they will follow doing that. But, in the beginning, it might take some weeks or years before they follow you and do the same things. So at the beginning, sometimes maybe you break up from a karmic, let's say. That's how we usually awake, right? Sometimes within a karmic connection. And you break up with this karmic and you're wondering why your counterpart is still married. Because they take time, you know, but 2 years later, they end their marriage. And you're like, oh, okay. And maybe then you didn't even know that this was the mirroring. That was the communication of your mirroring that you did. Because you broke up 2 years before with your person, with another person. You understand? This is how this functions here. This is the communication. And you can, like, whatever you're doing is being mirrored to your twin flame. So, and I think it's, of course, in the turn of the journey, it's being reversed. It's not only that one person is advanced, it mirrors back as well. Yeah, because it's an infinity sign. So this is like one person is going first and then the other one is leading. It's like you change the lead during this journey. So this is the card, what you can do to strengthen the communication with this, with meditation. How can you strengthen this? This is usually a card that comes as a confirmation of what I'm saying when I talk about the other cards. So we put this down. This is like a confirmation. Whatever we're talking about, you will see this reciprocated in this card. This is about how your twin flame is responding to the communication with you. I mean, we're seeing that they're mirroring for some kind of reason, pile 2. And this is also a card of how they're feeling about you. How is this twin flame feeling about you? So let's start. Let's see. How can you strengthen this communication? Divine presence, the force of love and creation. Oh, wow. I love this. Yeah. This is like really being in the moment. I mean, that's what meditation is all about, right? The more you learn to live in the moment, the more you don't fear the future, the more you don't regret the past. This is about part 2. It's very important for you to, to stay in the moment of creation. Number 44 could be an important number. I mean, number 44 is an important number for me. So I know when Spirit is also talking to me through these cards, it's like the more you are intertwined with Spirit here, it's the more you meditate, it's the more spiritual you become, the more your twin flame mirrors. Yeah, this is like the more you lead with being this on this twin flame journey, this leader on this twin flame journey, because as a divine feminine, we're beginning the lead. Yeah, we're beginning the lead. And the more you stay in the present, meditate in the present, ask Spirit the things in the present, live your life in the present moment. Yeah, don't think about the future if this reunion has happened, because this can cause a lot of fears, right? Because we all have those. We all have those things, where we say, oh my gosh, I hope this and this happens. I hope that for some reason we come back into union, or, things like that, where you are worried about the future, pile 2. Also, when you regret things, things like what we're saying, I wish that the past was different. I wish I was awakened earlier. I wish my twin flame hasn't married such and such person. Or I wish my twin wasn't in that career situation so that he could come forward. It's like all these things that worry, that don't remain for you to stay in the present. Yeah, it's all about being thankful for the moment and being grateful for the moment and enjoying the present that you have within your twin flame journey. Like, enjoy the moments when you see them mirror you. Enjoy the moments when you lead and, maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, you see something in the mirroring, in the communicating of your twin flame. So in order for this to progress, because you can talk to Spirit when you want to. This is like, as I said, a meditation practice is something where you sit down and you completely remain like this. You remain in this source energy for some time in order to speak. The more you practice this is also a pile about practicing this, practicing meditation, practicing whatever form of communication you're using. Yeah. Maybe you use crystals. We have the crystals here also on the divine counterparts self. So the divine counterpart could use or work a lot with crystals. You could work a lot with timing, with mantras, or like imagination, dreams, yeah, food was also important in pile. Like, enjoy the moment. Food is about giving yourself what your body needs, yeah, enjoying your body however your body is. It's like staying in the present moment. Don't think about what you have in the future. Don't think about your past. So let's see what is, yeah. See? I said that whatever I said, it's reflecting in this card, and that's how you see that this is what spirit means. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. And it was right the last sentences when I said this with the food. Food plays an important part. It's how you nourish. It's how you nourish your body. Because where you meditate with your mind, you meditate with your heart. You meditate with all the chakras being opened, right? So where are the chakras? The chakras are in our body. So your body is an important vessel, and you need to love your body. The rose is about love, yeah? It's about loving your vessel. You can also say the rose meditation, so it almost sounds like you are the rose, right? Doesn't it sound like it? Like the rose meditation, like put your name here, meditation. Yeah, so you must see yourself as this beautiful rose that's ever growing, but there are some times where you have to, sleep or eat or take care of yourself. Yeah, your health is very important because you communicate through your vessel, your body, because your twin flame mirrors what you're doing. Your twin flame mirrors your body, right? I also think that within this twin flame journey, the body is very important for this twin flame part too. Your twin flame must have, they're working out very hard, or they have a very beautiful body. They're taking very good care of their health as well. This is mirroring as well, right? This is maybe not in the beginning of your journey, but it will come to the point where they mirror that taking care of yourself, and it also means that you don't starve yourself, that you give yourself the food that your body wants. It also doesn't mean that you overeat or too much sugar, It just means to remain this healthy vessel for, because your body here in pile 2, your body, your meditation, this is your communication. You communicate through your body with your twin flame. So how is your twin flame feeling when they receive communication? The Democrat, Carolina Rose, Wild Rose. Okay, number 1. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Let's read this. Well, the Democrat is about having an equally exchange, right? This is very interesting. Let's see what this is all about, because I also want to read about the botanical stuff. And number 1. So it says, many of us believe we are being fair and just, but is it simply our beliefs or our filters that make us feel righteous? Seek balance and create greater focus on equality in what you are doing. See, the more you communicate with each other, your twin flame has the feeling to reciprocate in the same way. They have this urge to mirror you. They might even not know you. Like if your twin flame doesn't know you, they mirror, not because they look at your social medias and they look what you're doing and they say, oh, she's, let's say, dumb example, she stopped with her diet. They're not looking there, and maybe because you don't know when you stop with your diet as well, right? And then they stop with their diet as well, but they don't know why. They just get the urge. They have to mirror you in this case. There's a lot of mirroring here going on, and we see this. A lot of mirroring, copying, and they don't even know why, Because in most twin flame cases on my channel here, you guys don't know each other. You don't know your twin flame. You could, but do they know you, right? So they stop, like you can see when you watch your twin flame, and especially if this twin flame is a celebrity, which is normal on my channel, You could watch the celebrity doing the same things you did like half a year ago or a year ago. And you're like, oh my gosh, you know, or you're starting to work out. Suddenly this twin flame starts to work out. Or you're suddenly craving some kind of food. Suddenly this twin flame is craving this food. It's like mirroring. That's very important. It's how you communicate. So the best thing for this twin flame is if they would know each other, because then they would see. Yeah, because then you would check out yourselves, and maybe even if you would be in communication, that would be fun, because then you would ask yourself, you know, what did you do? Like, oh my gosh, are you into sushi as well? For as an example, and they say, oh yeah, like for 1 month I've been craving sushi for like crazy, because food is an important part. I think that you are sending each other signs of, you know, like what you're craving at the same time. That's what the Democrat is about. It's an equal exchange of energies. And the question is, it's not just about me. What do I need to make space for in my life, right? There's like always this, you lead the way and then your person follows. Yeah. Okay, and now we read something about this rose here. It says native to Eastern North America. So United States or Canada could be important for the soul journey. The Carolina rose is also known as the pasture rose or prairie rose. This rose takes its name after the states that it is commonly found in North and South Carolina. This is a shrub rose, okay. It requires full sun. And the meaning is fairness, balance, choice, and justice. There's always a choice and there's always a justice here. So your twin flame, you guys will always mirror each other body-wise. Yeah? Here, the vessel, your body is important. Deities, themes in equitas. Yeah, you will, there's a mirroring going on with the Democrat. It's like not everyone... you guys don't communicate like with the mind that much. It's like you mirror in your bodies. You completely see that. Also, your twin flame has probably the same body proportions like you. I mean, we have different. If we're female and male, of course we have different proportions. But it's like you guys have almost the same body. Yeah, that's how you also see that. This is fun. Okay, let's see. How they see you. Dakini, the enlightened feminine. Wow. Look at this. They see you as leader. We also have, what does it say? I want to read it. My gut instinct is wise beyond reason. I trust my intuition to guide me. Yeah, this is like, you know, they see you as this ever unfolding rose. They see you as ever growing. Yeah, this twin flame wants to follow you because they follow the lead. They want to be even your follower. I feel this twin flame don't mind that you as a divine feminine is starting this journey, or you change first and then they follow. It's like they really admire this even. The enlightened feminine, because they see when you bring the change for yourself, they see that for themselves and they really love and embrace the change. I feel this twin flame is someone very they are very progressed. Yeah, this is someone very progressed in their surroundings. There are probably a lot of people around this twin flame that are not that progressed, that tell them like, why are you changing this up? Or why are you stop smoking? If they smoke and they suddenly stop, yeah? Or why did you change your lifestyle? Or why did you do that? You know, why do you work out? There's something here, much stuff about the body, where this twin flame, yeah, because it's about the chakra, it's about being in the moment, it's about mirroring. A lot of stuff is mirrored here, and it's about your vessel, yeah, your body. It's about instinct as well, yeah. Beautiful. A lot of intuition, a lot of feelings that you have. Feelings for change, feelings that you want to be present in your everyday life. So let's see what else the universe is saying. What is What else is important here? Okay, important numbers is number 1 and number 44. What else is important in this twin flame journey? Oh, the world. Oh, wow. Yeah, you become the best version of yourself. The body, I mean, the world card is all about the body. You see this here? This is about all giving your body all different colors. We have the snake here, which talks about health and talks about living healthy and don't eat like your tail. And yeah, there's a lot of feeling happy. There's a lot about happiness as well and a good mindset, because that's what it's all about, right? If you have a body that you love yourself, like that you love, it's also that you have a healthy mindset. And the same vice versa, right? If you have a healthy mindset, then you also have a healthy body. Whatever you identify as healthy, it does not mean you have to be thin or, you know, whatever. Whatever you identify as having healthy or you love about yourself. Here, it's important that this twin flame loves themselves. Yeah, they have to be content. The more you are content within yourself, with your looks, with your how you show your body, the more you are confident in your body, in your vessel, the more this twin flame is mirroring and the more you come into union. High Priestess, yes. This, you know, you guys, you're very in tuned. You know, the High Priestess is about Pisces. This is about feelings. You're very in tune with feelings. When you don't feel good about your body, that's when you guys are not really communicating with each other. When both of you are very good feeling in your body, like you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, oh my gosh, you know, when you're like content with yourself, that's when you mirror the most. And that's when you guys are very in tuned into each other. Yeah, it's all about feeling good. It's all about having a healthy feeling. Eating good. You know, it could also mean that if you treat yourself in a nice way, treat your body in a very nice way, it doesn't mean you have to go and work out every day. Me, for example, like I hate like going to the gym. I would never, ever do that. I'm very happy that for some kind of reason, I'm not gaining too much weight. You know, I still want to work on myself and I still want to lose a little bit of weight, but I'm in the normal BMI. So, you know, I'm very happy about that I can eat whatever I want and I'm not gaining that much because I love pizza and stuff. I love burgers and, you know, I could never, and I love sushi and all that food here. When I see that bowl, I have to laugh because, you know, I loved treating myself with good food. And so, if you feel this is what you need to do, then this is good for yourself. You don't need to be afraid to treat yourself for a good meal. I also think if you do that and you feel happy, yeah, because we also know food can make happy. Okay, right. That's when your twin flame mirrors, because they feel that happiness. It's all about feeling happy. And if you have 5 kilograms or so too much, who cares, you know? It's all about feeling happy. And your twin flame is even more happy when you feel content and you can eat the way you want and you can treat yourself and your vessel, because this is all about the rose. This is about your vessel. If you feel good about yourself, if you feel happy, the most important thing is happiness here. If you feel happy, your twin flame journey grows. If you feel sad and constantly unhappy with yourself and you don't like things about yourself, you send this to your twin flame as well, and they will feel unhappy as well, and they will also hate stuff about themselves or begin to don't like things about themselves, because it's all about if you feel good, your twin flame feels good. And who cares about 5 or 10 kilos too much? I'm just saying this because, this is getting me reminded of when, for example, you are in an industry where you have to look the best way and you always have to constantly lose weight. This is not good for the whole environment. Because when you are happy, this is when you radiate. And this is when you can communicate with your twin flame. When you're unhappy, the rose is shutting down. So the more you are happy in whatever way, Give yourself happiness here, and especially your body, pile 2. Whatever makes you happy, this is when it mirrors the most to your twin flame. And this is when you guys can communicate the most. And this is when it enlightens, like Spirit is enlightening the both of you. Yeah? This is very important here. Because I feel many of you who are here are constantly probably very self-aware. Because you're probably very beautiful. And you're constantly self-aware and say, oh my gosh, you know, I have 1 kilo too much on my left side. Like, don't do that. Because it's all about being healthy, and Spirit is showing you how you can be healthy. You know, if you have a very, very bad urge to work out, and I mean, you have to follow your urges, but also if you have an urge to eat, or you crave some food, give yourself that, because Spirit is saying we need that food right now for whatever reason, or we need that workout right now. Whatever Spirit is telling you to do with your body, please do it. Don't let like the 3D force, like the ego, tell you or dictate you with your body here, because there is a fine line of knowing what you crave and knowing what the ego is telling you. You know, mostly the ego is like blubbering, like you're not looking good there, you're not looking good there, or I have to work on this, I have to work on this because I need to have better boobs or something. You know, who is saying this? When you need to work out or you need to lose weight, Spirit will tell you, and then you will do whatever you can. But if Spirit doesn't want that, Spirit will show you a lot of cravings. So please know that happiness, pile 2, is important. Because if you're happy, you will see how crazy that mirrors and how both of you will become best versions of yourself. It's all about the enlightenment here, the High Priestess. It's about learning. It's about growing together. Because the High Priestess is about reading the knowledge out of the book, right? It's about sending knowledge towards each other. It's about growing. It's about feeling happiness. Yeah? Very beautiful. So that's all what I'm having, guys. I hope you like this reading. If you're here for the first time, please subscribe to my channel, and I'm saying goodbye. See you again. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Linking with Spirit. This is the pile you chose. The reading today is how synchron are you in your twin flame journey. Okay. So, well, for me, if you chose this pile, it almost feels as if you are, you know, you're walking hand in hand with the higher self of your twin flame. Because you see here, it's a divine feminine and a divine masculine. Please apply the roles to who you are. You know, if you're watching me and you are the divine masculine, you're holding hand with the higher self of your divine feminine. If you're watching me and you are a divine feminine, or you identify as such, then you're walking with the higher self of your divine masculine. This is a very intimate connection. And I mean that in the sense of that you share this beautiful bond with this higher self. So you are very close to your twin flame if you chose that pile. I almost feel like I'm going to read the backside in a minute. I just want to get the first cards. But for me, this pile feels like as if you are very close to Spirit, of course, similar to pile 1. But here it's like you're very close to the higher self of your person. This is not like in pile 1, they were very close with the other side. Pile 3, you are very close with your counterpart's higher self. Yeah. And as I said this, these 2 cards fell down, and I want to take this. And we have this beautiful card and this beautiful card. Oh, wow. And yeah, what is similar here on these cards is the P, the infinity sign. The interesting thing though is when you look at these cards, let's put them down so that you know, the pictures face us. And you see that one P is like turned to the side and one P is up. Yeah, this is very interesting. Well, the P is a mathematical number. So your what song comes in is DNA, BTS DNA song, because that's talking about, you know, that this connection defies all what you know. This connection defies everything what you have ever learned about life. You're very in tune with your twin flame, because this also means infinity, right? The P is an infinite number. Like, it has no end. So definitely this is about a very strong connection. You're very in tune with each other, but the P is a mathematically thing. So what I'm seeing here with your connection with spirit, you're linked with spirit, you're holding hand with the spirit, with your divine masculine's higher self or divine feminine's higher self. I just will call it higher self, so you know that is their higher self. Okay, this connection is very infinite. I'm trying to think of the kind of signs of how you're communicating, because I'm feeling the P is an infinite number. There's an endless communication going on. Like, you could communicate 24/7. I feel that even when you're sleeping, you communicate. When you're awake, you communicate. Yeah, you communicate with this higher self, like, all the time. Like, there is no end to it. There is no stopping. It's like an ongoing communication, like on and on and on. There's no yeah. I mean, you're holding hands, right? So you're getting information infinitely, continuously. It's like you're holding hand with source. You have the feeling that you always will get signs. Yeah, you always have communication. I also feel that when you're sleeping, this higher self is watching out for you. There's a lot of protectiveness in such a connection, a lot. Let's also read it. It says, the first and most important step when you're connecting and communicating with spirit is to create a solid and clear link. Only when the link with spirit has been established can the delicate process of authentication and validation begin. To practice linking, it's important to first become aware of how you sense the spirit world. For some, it's a quickening, as though your whole body is vibrating, a sense of inner knowing, or even energy, or seeing energy. Each and every medium works in their own unique way, and no matter how you sense spirit, just trust it's the right way for you. To establish a strong link, you can breathe in the energy which sends a clear signals that you're ready to connect. Yeah, I don't want to read everything. It says, examples of evidence from a spiritual spirit would be the following: what their relationship is to the sitter, hobbies, jobs, names, or any pertinent information that you sense the spirit is sending you. Oh, that's how you connect. Okay. Well, this is not about, like, just know that those cards are like this, but what I was sensing here is that you're linking in with the higher self of your divine counterpart. And once you're linked, like once you're holding hands, and this is like not forced. Yeah, I just want to say this because some people might now think it's forced. No, it's you guys decide this. This higher self decides this, and you decide this. Okay? So there's no real infinite, like it's infinite communication through all sources. I don't think, we also have an infinity sign here. So this is, again, a confirmation. With the mathematics though, because P is part of the mathematics, it's part of the logic. All the signs that you're getting will be logic at one point in your journey, okay? Because they probably don't make sense when you get them in. So there is a lot of communication that you get in, but you can't really put into context because it's an ongoing communication, and like this divine masculine is sending you so much stuff. And like in the moment you're getting in the information, you're like, okay, but what does it mean, you know? And then maybe one day later you experienced something in 3D, something that's logic, and then you can put the sign on it, okay? So it's almost like as if you look backwards, you can understand everything. Yeah, it defies all, and you can't understand it because, you know, I remember in math, because I also teach mathematics. You could be a teacher as well, if I mention this. I'm a mathematics teacher, and so when the students encounter P first, you know, it's like you have to explain what P even is. It's like you encounter this communication, and afterwards, after explaining, you know, that's what you do as a teacher. You explain it to students and then they understand the matter. So this is almost similar. It's like this counterpart is teaching you the science. They're like showing you. And then they're showing you also different kind of communication methods. And then they're showing you, and in this moment that you see this first, then you're like, what is this? I don't understand. But once you experience the link in 3D to it, like, you know, let's say, I mean, I have many examples of that of my personal life, but I don't want to share that much. I shared a lot of science with you at the beginning of my journey. For example, when I had the same dream as my divine counterpart, okay, I just want to say that because, well, you know, it was a sign, but I didn't know first what the sign meant. And then, you know, when my divine counterpart shared that they had the same dream, then I was like, oh, okay, now it makes sense, you know. Then I could sense what it was all about. Then I could see the sign making sense for me. And I also knew then what the dream meant. It's something like that, yeah? That when you encounter the sign, it's not really making sense. It's like you're saying, okay, it could mean that, it could mean that, it could mean that. And then you experience your 3D life. And then suddenly, maybe some days later, you understand, because then you got reminded of the sign. And then you're saying, oh, okay, this makes sense now. Yeah? You probably get what I mean. Those of you who are linked with a divine counterpart, higher self, you guys know, because you experience this not just once, but like if this is an ongoing communication, this is like very clear. So let's see what with these cards I want to see what is what can you do to strengthen this communication. What can you do to strengthen this communication? This is a new deck that I got, Energy and Spirit deck. Very beautiful deck by Sandra and Taylor. Yeah, I have to find all the cards here on my table. So next up is what's also important, or one important thing that Spirit wants to tell us about this communication. So the next card is how Spirit, those are archetype cards, how your person, not Spirit, how your twin flame is feeling when they receive communication from you. Or their higher self, you know, this could mean their higher self or your twin flame in 3D. Please apply it when I read it to however it resonates. I mean, those are very advanced readings. Like if you are for a short time on this twin flame journey and you come here on my channel, you know, I don't really explain much on that twin flame journey. It's like, you know, I do readings almost for like very advanced twin flames. So it's like, you know, when you see the card, you guys know when I try to explain it, or I try to tell you what the meaning is of the card, and I tell you what Spirit meant by that. You can link that, you know, to your own journey. But, you know, when you start the journey for the first time, it's like very hard to understand what I mean. Yeah. So I hope for everyone who's here that it's somehow understandable when I talk about these things. Okay, so what can you do, Pile? What can you do to strengthen this communication? So we have, wow, up from the depth, releasing difficulties. Wow, look at this. That's so nice. Oh my gosh, I love when this happens. I love when the cards resemble each other, you know. It's very beautiful. Number 6 could have a significant meaning, Pile 3. Releasing difficulty. I mean, we see the church, this is about a belief, yeah? This is about that because you're with the P here, yeah? And me talking about my job as a teacher. The thing is, you're probably a very logical person, or you were like me, you know? I was someone, I did not believe. I was an atheist before I became spiritual. I did not believe in things like science or stuff like that until I experienced everything myself. When this happened and I was awakened to spirit and I could make sense of the whole thing, and you know, I became very creative. And first I started Twitter pages. I was involved in the community. I created art for 2 years, I think, yeah, before I started my channel. So I did a lot of creative work before that, before I even started this channel to help others in this journey as well. And in these 2 years where I created art, it kind of everything made sense. But before that, I was not believing, yeah? So the thing is, you need to believe, like, if the communication with your counterpart does not make sense at some time, don't feel desperate. Don't feel like you can never understand them, because everything is a journey. You know, when I look back, like, I'm into the 7th year. It's my 7th year into this journey now. Wow. It's like really long when you think of that. In the beginning, in the first or 2 years, I did not understand a lot of communication. Like, I even wrote some stuff down, that like signs that I was getting. And when I read this now, or when I think of what I experienced in this time, I have to smile, because now I completely understand. Now I say, oh, okay, now I understand what happened in 2019 or 2020 when COVID was, when I had to move, and, you know, I understand now. But in the moment that happened, sometimes you can't understand, and it's a process, you know, and this is like, what can you do is trust and believe the journey and make it easy for yourself. Don't think it will never happen that you understand your divine masculine, or that you never come into union or stuff like that, because we all have these thoughts, you know. Being on the spiritual journey, especially when you have a celebrity counterpart, it's so hard. It's like you have to fight against all the odds, against all, you know, what people tell you, against society, against the all-known mindset of the world. You know, it's like, it's very hard. It's not easy. And what can you do is trust here. This is what I feel. This is what universe wants to say, because at the beginning I did not understand the signs either, you know. But now I'm in my 7th year, and I'm like linked with my divine counterpart so much to the point that, you know, it's like the communication begins, and the next minute it's like I get a sign, or yeah, I see something, and then I get the interpretation, or I ask spirit, like, give me a sign, and it happens like 2 minutes later. You know, it's like very close. You're growing together, guys. Yep. I'm always, when I'm sneezing, that's like when you know, especially, that this is a very important thing that I just said. Because my counterpart makes me sneeze. So, yeah, this is what I'm seeing. And especially, I want to say this, in the beginning, when I was asking for signs, it took like 2 days or 3 days until I received it. You know, you can try that out. You can try how long you're taking. And I'm saying this specific for part 3. I don't know why, yeah. Maybe I know in 5 minutes why I said this, you know. But you can try, you know, you can ask spirit for signs, like, please, dear spirit, or please, dear divine masculines, and then divine masculine, and then you say the name of your divine masculine. Please show me a sign that maybe this is my twin flame or such. And then you will see And you must specifically ask, like, show me like a swan or, you know, whatever. And then you will see the sign. But it will come to different times, how close you are in this journey and how long your journey have been. And as I said in the beginning, when I received signs like 2 or 3 days after I asked for a sign, and when you're specifically asking for that. And now it's like almost the same minute, like it's like seconds later when I have to ask. I don't even ask that much anymore, because it's like when my counterpart wants to talk to me, they do. Like it's like not holding back anymore. At the beginning, it was more like, you know, can I say this? Can I bother her with this? Because you know, sometimes you get like signs that are like hard to decipher. And yeah, I'm so happy now when I talk with Spirit. It's like so beautiful, and I could do it like every minute, every second of the day, so I don't mind, you know. But because this is an ongoing communication. If you chose pile 3, it's like it's never ending. You can communicate anytime with Spirit, and that's why I said, maybe that's why I say it here in this pile, because it's important for you to know. Yeah. So what else is important? Yeah. Yeah, don't lose patience, guys. I feel especially when this happens, that you feel linked with their higher self, I feel that the journey is especially hard, because then they link hands with you. It's not easy. It's like this divine counterpart, it's really wanting to help you with being by your side. This is very beautiful. I feel in this journey a lot of patience is required. That's why patience is here, you know. You have to understand that the communication gets better with timing. So if you are on this journey the same time as me, or like longer or shorter, I think you know about this. Like that with timing, you became closer to each other and you could communicate in a better way, right? So this is how your counterpart feels when they receive communication from you. This is an archetype. Oh, the Lover. Well, I don't have to say much to that. Your twin flame is awakened too, because if they identify as the Lover, you know, they identify as your lover. They know about this journey. They're awakened. Number 24 could be important. Number 26, June could be important. 2 4s, yeah. The Lover. I want to read this because these roses all have a botanical meaning, and I don't know about this. I'm not a garden person. Number 24, the Lover. Oh, I have to find the right card. So, yeah, it says the deepening of feelings and attachments are indicated, as well as the opportunity for freedom and adventure. This means that your spirit guides has also worked with your divine counterpart, the same like with you, and that they're awakened as well, and you guys are together in this journey. I can tell you that much here with the Lover. It says, what do you love about yourself? This is the question. What do you love about yourself, and how can you express this? So every time this person receives information, they want to express their love as well. It's like, it's very beautiful. And it says, love is indicated, but be wary that obsessions do not come into play. The Lover appreciates the beauty of life and of love. They dedicate themselves to following their emotions and prioritize their feelings. So the more you communicate, the more you step up in this journey, the more you also grow together within this twin flame journey with your twin flame. And then that's when the communication gets tighter and more, because your twin flame on the other side is wanting to communicate as well. Yeah, like not on the other side, but like on their end. Yeah, they want to communicate also. So this is like when the communication gets more and more and more, but it requires patience, you know. It requires patience. This is a journey that's growing very together, but very slow. Yeah. So, okay, let's read something about this rose. This rose was found growing on what was once known as Bourbon Island in Mauritius, now called Reunion Island. Oh, that speaks so much of it's possible. That speaks so much of reunion is happening in this life. Oh, this makes me so happy now. Because if it's grown on Reunion Island, like, I mean, beautiful. Okay, it has been, oh, look at this. It is thought to have become hybridized naturally between a cross of the Provence rose and the tous les mois. Tous les mois is French and it means all the months. See, this is this ongoing communication. This is so cute. So they grow together, both of which were used as hedging rows on the island in the early 1880s. So the 8 is also an important number, and I mean, we have it here. It's the infinity symbol. Wow. This is beautiful. It's about love, passion, adventure, going out, having self-esteem to express yourself. I feel the more you guys grow together, the more you also be proud about this journey, the more you want to communicate, the more you want to adventure this journey, the more you want to explore this journey from both sides, from your divine masculine and from your end, yeah? The more you get obsessed about each other, yeah? There's a fine line that this might not end up in a very obsessed thing, but I mean, with this card, I see you will be obsessed with each other. So there is no problem. You know, being obsessed with each other, that's healthy. It's not like one is obsessed with the other and the other one doesn't care, you know. Okay, the deities of this is Cupid, Venus, wow, Aphrodite. I love this. What a beautiful reading. Wow. Okay, and this is now how your twin flame sees you and how they want to communicate with you. And we have, oh my gosh, the home, the Hestia. Hestia is the goddess of sanctuary. So you are the sanctuary of your divine counterpart. That's how they see you too. So they are linked with your higher self as well. You see this here? I mean, this is even this picture of this divine counterpart with your higher self. So it says, no matter where I am, I'm home. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me. Wow. Very beautiful. They see this journey as their home. They view this journey, they view you as someone they want to return to, because you want to return home. Yeah. So if you guys are apart on the continent, if you are, you know, living in different countries, because this could be a thing here that you live in different countries, they want to come back. Like this urge to return to your home country, to where your person is very strong in yourself and in this person, in your twin flame. In both of you, there is this strong wish to unite and to come home and to be together. So in your case, that would mean that you're very drawn to this country where your twin flame is in. And for them, the same thing. Yeah, you could also love to eat the food from this country. You could learn the language from this country. You could love something about this country. And the same happens for them. Or if they don't know, it could mean that they love to explore the world. They love to travel. You know, they have probably a very strong urge to get out of the country. There's, you know, there's always this urge when you have someone somewhere else, but you don't know maybe in which country. You have the urge to travel. And this is what I'm seeing here as well. Beautiful. And we have reunion. That's very nice. Can you tell me some more things about the communication of this twin flame here? What else you want to say? Part 3. So the last 2 cards, because I did already have an hour. Wow. Yeah, there's this longing for each other, you know. You will always feel incomplete in your life. You will never, even in, like, especially with the 2 of Cups in love situations, you will never feel complete. You will always feel that there's someone missing, something's missing, someone's missing. You feel discontent. That's what's coming in. That's how you can also identify that you are this pile. is no relationship you had in the past is comparing to this. And I know we should not compare, but as a twin flame, you always compare, because that's how it is. You always have this, because you have this feeling, even without your twin flame, that you're still missing this part. Yeah. And when you are with your twin flame, you feel completely complete. This is how you know. Because with other people, you would feel incomplete. There's always something missing. That's also how you know that this person is your twin flame. But with your twin flame, you feel complete. And then we have the King of Swords. Yeah, one of the toughest or one of the most important things in this journey is to speak up, to speak your truth. There was the King of Swords, and to fight for this connection. If no one is fighting, then you guys have it harder. Like, you know, this is a fight because it takes a lot of patience to come together. There is like, you know, there's a lot of separation I feel here. There could be a lot of differences. And that's why there's so much patience required, because there is, with the infinity sign, I see that you guys are very, you know, you want to come towards each other. It's like the journey also feels as if it's for infinity. It never ends, you know. In some twin flame journeys, what I'm getting also in is that you could have, this is like a mind thing, that it takes for forever to meet. This is like, you know, this twin flame is like you have it in your mind. It's like more a thing of the mind, more a thing of communication with each other in this journey. And until it comes into 3D, it takes like, boom, like for infinity, for forever, until you come into union, or until you even meet. Because a lot of twin flames, you know, they meet and then they fall apart again, and then they meet again and fall apart. That's, you know, how you usually hear it. This twin flame here, I don't think you have met, guys. This is something where you are linked with their higher self, and they are with you because of that. Because before you meet, I feel that you have to heal everything here before you meet. Because this is a very high twin flame. Like, not high in the sense of being high, but this is like some a very important twin flame couple, you know, probably celebrity counterpart. And you don't meet your celebrity counterpart when you're not healed, because once this happens and you meet, you have to be healed completely. I believe that these twin flame journeys are one of the hardest of them all, and you have to come into union with yourself before you meet your person. So there's this longing and this never feeling complete with someone else in 3D before all of this happens, okay? So that's what I'm feeling here as well. Okay, so that's all what I'm having, my pile 3. I hope you like this reading. Take care, bye. Hi, pile 4, welcome to your reading. You chose this beautiful thought power. So you are connected with your twin flame by thoughts, by the mind. You can see or feel or think each other's thoughts. Okay, so first of all, I want to get, like with this deck, I want to get like how synchron are you? How is your communication? How is everything going? Like, how is this? Pile 4, please, the thought power. Woo! Okay, one card already came out. I need one more. How is their communication, my pile 4? How synchron are they? Show me. I need one more card. There you go. Oh. This time I don't want to take, then I don't take this one. Oh, wait. Let's get 3 again. Oh, man. So we have this beautiful card. This beautiful card. So here is tarot cards. I think I want to take this. Yeah. I don't want to take another one. Sorry, guys, but we're taking this. Yeah. You communicate with your twin flame by reading cards, okay? It could be that you are a tarot reader, or that you are trying to read tarot cards, that you watch readings, that you connect by other readers that channel your person, like here. You know, like you are here now, so you watch this reading because, you know, we channel your person here. So, yeah, I feel you connect through that. So you could watch a lot of YouTube videos about readings. You could try to learn to read for yourself. So one of the big things here, I would say, is to learn to read cards, because I feel that with cards you can better communicate, because it's all about your thoughts. And especially with cards, you can really easily sort thoughts and everything. So we're going to read this as well. Green could be an important color. And also I said, you know, this is the color of this candle here. You see this? The background? This is about also, my favorite Red Bull at the moment is the Summer Red Bull. There is, it's called Summer. And it has this color. That's what I got reminded of when I saw this card. That's why I want to say that. So you might love to have a drink. And especially when you're having this drink, you get reminded of your twin flame or something. So there is something important about food here as well, about eating and drinking, that maybe you communicate through that as well. Yeah. So it says, the power of thought has literally no limitations. Parents and their children, husbands and wives and long-term partners are known to finish each other's sentences or utter identical words at the same time. We laugh when this happens, putting it down to coincidence, but could it be something more? How can we explain when family members just know when something's wrong with one another? Why is it that people simply think of someone they haven't seen in a long time only to run into them later that day? One can't just put this down to luck or fate. It's actually what's known as telepathy, the ability to send and receive messages and information through the mind, without the use of one's physical senses. Typically, most mediums communicate with the spirit world using telepathy, which is a form of mental mediumship. The energy is thought as a spiritual power, and this ability is fueled by the power of love. Beautiful. And then they talk about how you can exercise that. Well, this is how we card readers also. And if you are a card reader, you know that you also channel through telepathy, of course, right? But I feel here that tarot plays an important part in communicating. So that's why you are probably on this channel, because you watch a lot of tarot readings, and it probably fits all the time. You're probably someone that has no problem choosing a pile. You know, you have no problem choosing a pile, and then you also get the information. So I also would recommend you to keep that going. Maybe learn to read tarot yourself. Yeah. This is an important thing that I have to say here. So let's see. This card tells me how you can strengthen the communication with your twin flame. Let's see. I get different cards. This is also a card that tells me that this is your pile, because it sometimes shows me what I was talking before, like what is important in your journey. Like when I see this card, I talk a little bit, and then we see if it matches. This card sometimes matches with the things that Spirit is giving me. This is how those are archetypes cards. It's like how your twin flame is feeling when they receive communication, and how they want to communicate with you, in what way or how. Their feelings about this. And this is how they see you, how your twin flame sees you and the journey. And yeah, beautiful. So let's see, let's move to our reading. How can you strengthen your communication? We have letting go of urgency. Okay, surrender, freedom from time constraints. Okay, this is one of the most important things. We have here November, we have here number 12, number 17 could be important. We have 2 o'clock, 12 o'clock. I want to read all those times because those are important. July 17th, I mean, that's the usually pinup, right? we have November, we have an hourglass, we have the computer with all of these pins up there. We have 219. Yeah, 219. We have 6, what is this? 657 or 58? 57, I think. But number 19 or number 7 could be important, definitely, because of July. Number 12 could be important. December could be important. Yeah, okay. But it definitely means that letting go of the urgency. It's like you have to let it come naturally. If you force it too much, you will misunderstand the communication, because this is one of the hardest things, is to understand everything. Like, you know, when we talk about tarot readings, you guys know that you can easily get obsessed with tarot readings. So it's like the more you watch, it's like the more, you guys probably heard of this, that people try to restrain from watching tarot because they think it's obsessed behavior or whatever, you know. So people try to try to minimize their consummation of tarot readings, right? Because of some belief system they have. The thing is, if you get too obsessed about a thing, I mean, you're very focused then. And sometimes when you're very focused on a thing, you can easily drown in it, and then you misunderstand the thoughts communication, because if you drown in your thoughts, you can't really distinguish what thought is what meaning. Yeah, and this is very important here, because you only connect to your twin flame through your thoughts and through your mind. So you need to have a clean mind, meaning that you know, you can't overwork yourself. If your 3D life is too busy, it won't work. Like, if you have a very, very busy 3D life, the problem is that spirit is not getting through then. That's the same like if you watch too many tarot readings, it doesn't resonate anymore. Have you experienced this? I experienced such things once in my life, and then I began to read tarot myself, and for me it resonates all the time. So I can even watch these readings. I will always have a pile what is meant for me as well. This is very beautiful, because not many readers can do that. I'm very happy because I can always go back to my old readings and can get guided by that. A lot of readers can't, and I understand if you are one of those readers who have to look up other readers in order for your guidance. I totally understand, because that's what other people say in the community, that, you know, they have to watch other readings in order to get guidance in. Yeah, and this is what the thing is. If you get too immersed into one thing and too focused, it's like you can't really distinguish, and you can't really interpret the signs, and you can't really understand what spirit is saying. So in order for it to strengthen this communication through your mind, it's important that you have a very healthy lifestyle, meaning your job is not taking too much of your time. You know, you have enough time maybe that's why I said food. You have enough time to enjoy yourself, to have a good, you know, to go out and eat good, or cook for yourself, or, you know, to have a nice hobby, to go to the gym. I don't know what you're doing, but to have a very healthy lifestyle is here very important. To have also time off for yourself, that you can let your mind wander, because in order to get in this information from your twin flame, you need not to be occupied by the 3D world too much. Because if you are like a divine counterpart, like a divine masculine, who's very occupied with work, with their 3D life, spirit cannot really send you anything, because your mind is occupied with all the other stuff, right? So to strengthen this is to have a healthy and lifestyle where you have also breaks, and you enjoy yourself, you take recreational time out of your schedule. Yeah, we have regret. I know that I cannot change the past. I feel that especially with this journey, a lot of times there is coming regret, because with the mind, it's like a lot of times in this journey, your twin flame is communicating with you through a thought process. This also means that, they change how you think about things. In this process, there is involved a change of things. This could also be with this, releasing this busy lifestyle, because in most cases, most of you have worked a job, like you were really busy, you have a very high, degree, university degree even. You are someone that is like a learner, someone that uses their brain for their job. That's what I see. Otherwise, this divine counterpart would not come through your brain, through your mind. They would find other ways to communicate. But here I see a strong emphasis on the mind. That means that you also have, a very strong academic background. I really feel that. And in most cases, you also had a very busy lifestyle, where maybe you had no time for yourself, or where you were only focused on yourself, or you see, it's like they reconstruct your mind and your thinking. A lot of these twin flames that are in pile 4, especially when you begin to read tarot, you completely change your lifestyle. It's like, those are, most of you probably also have a lifestyle in food, a change like that, you maybe become vegan, or I don't know. There could be changes where you regret your past. Yeah, where you see, after you meet your twin flame, you see everything clearly, and then you say, oh my gosh, now I understand why my past was like this. And then you regret oftentimes the things, because here appears, in order for your twin flame to communicate with you through the mind, there has to be a change of the matrix in your mind, because before we were programmed to live in 3D. Now, when you watch a lot of tarot readings, you're programmed to believe, to be spiritual. This is a totally different lifestyle. So this is like a total reprogramming of the mind. And this is where it can happen that you regret a lot of things, but don't do this. Yeah. Don't do this, because it's divine timing. You always have to tell yourself that the communication is coming in when you're ready. You can't change the past, because sometimes you think, oh my gosh, if I had known my twin flame earlier, I could have talked to them earlier or something like that. No, you can't, because, it's coming in when it's coming in. So don't regret anything, okay? So this is the archetype of how your person is communicating, or how they feel, the artist. Okay, they want to express themselves. Look at beautiful Rubens Rose. Wow. 23. This is something about Ruben. I mean, Ruben had these paintings where, the people were very thick, like thick with TH, and I'm not judging. Yeah, I'm not judging. Thick in, like, I don't even know how to express this, but if you know Ruben, you know what I mean. So this person, they want to express themselves like artistically. 23 could be important, number 19 could be important. So this is like when your twin flame gets in the information or gets in this, it's like their artist side is spoken to. It's like you communicate. Also, there could be an artist. Yeah, your twin flame could be an artist. Celebrity twin flame could be, yes. I mean, most of you are here on my channel. Most of you have found me. But the thing is, your twin flame, they create with those thoughts. It's like you're sending them thoughts, like you guys are communicating, and they get this in form of ideas and thoughts about their artistry. And they get more and more and more creative. So even if this person is like someone that used to be in analytics or in, some other type of, like they were no artists before, they're using artistry, like they get into this new hobby, they're trying to express themselves. It's like you see them having a different lifestyle, like getting a hobby, trying to express themselves, trying to paint maybe, or they begin buying painting stuff, and then they all of a sudden this person is painting, and their family has never seen them painting before, like paint something before. It's like you really, because of your mind, that you will send each other all these thoughts, and also because of this changing of mindset. I feel here there's a change of mindset going on. Pile 4, yeah? This is this change of mindset. So if this person was like a worker and they had a very analytical job and they worked like, you know, till Saturday or Sunday even, and this was an or is an analytical person, suddenly they become like an artist. They let go of this working 24/7. And they express this love with their art, right? I want to read the artist because I feel this is very important. Yeah, listen closely to your intuition as it is trying to turn your attention to what you need to focus on. So your twin flame is also expressing themselves in art. Like you probably like see your twin flame also if you're watching their social media. You see them posting art more. You see them getting information, you know, trying to express themselves more about this. Maybe you see them trying a new hobby, you know, that you're saying, oh my gosh, I didn't know this person suddenly started, I don't know. I don't know what comes to mind. Maybe they get a horse and try to ride, you know. I don't know why this is coming in. This must mean something for some of you. Yeah, it says, embrace change, see? Play and be adventurous. And while it may seem hard at the moment to take a big plunge into a new endeavor, you can certainly dip your toe into the creative spirit. The artist may indeed become carried away with their own ideas as they jump from thought to thought, searching for the threads, but they will eventually focus on creating order from the organic. The question is, what do you feel? I want to express this. Yeah? How can I express my feelings with my art? Yes. So now we want to read something about this rose because I feel this could be important. So it says, bred in 1859 by the Moore Robert Rose Growing Company near the town of France, Angers. Oh, Angers is the name in France. This rose is named after the Dutch painter Peter Paul Rubens. Yeah, we talked about. He is considered the most influential artist of the Flemish Baroque tradition and is famed for his depiction of soft-bodied, full-figured women. The correspondence with this full, soft pink rose is evident. Okay. Wow. Okay, it says meaning, beauty, perspective, curiosity, motivation, and focus. Deities are Bridget, Apollo. Yeah, interesting. Beauty, perspective. See, it's how you see things. It's like you gain completely different perspective when you meet your twin flame. And that's what I say. They try to communicate with you through their art. And they get this in because of your thought process. You guys changing back and forth. So how will your person see you? Or sees you? Mary of Nazareth, the Mother of God. Wow. I'm blessed. My courage gives birth to the divine. Very pure. Yeah. Mary of Nazareth is like, they see you as very pure. And that's why they want to express this love to you. This is like this unconditional love as well. Because when I read the word mother, it always reminds me of this unconditional love. That, you know, they feel the love that you're giving. They also want to embrace it. And they want to create, you know, with their creation, they want to give you back. It's like this feeling of, they see this whole journey as something where the love is very unconditional. Yeah, despite what you're doing in 3D. It's like you're very connected to this unconditional side of this love. They feel very blessed. And they also see you as very courageous. Like once they know who you are, I feel this starts again when they don't know who you are. But once they know who you are, they think that you are very courageous. Maybe you are a tarot reader and you have a channel as well, like me, then they think this is a very courageous thing to do, you know, to open yourself up and to express with this kind of art. It's very beautiful. But they also believe There's a strong belief system that everything is meant to be, that everything is being brought together by God. Yeah, this person, I feel your person is very religious. You could be very spiritual, and your person, path 4, could be very religious. Like they believe in the guidance of God. We all do that in some kind of way. Others more than, others in the twin flame journey. Depends on the belief system. But your divine counterpart is strongly believing in a religion. Yeah, I see that here. Catholic or evangelistic. What is it called in English even? I mean, we have here the Catholic Church and then the Evangelist Church. Interesting. I have to look that up, what that even is in English. I don't know. Protestant. Oh, Protestant. Yeah. See? This is like, I just got this in. Like, my twin flame was like, yeah, here, come. Say it. It's Protestant. It's not evangelistic. Well, that's how we say it in German, He goes like Protestant. How cute. Okay, let's get 2 more cards. Sometimes when I ask, like, it takes like 2 seconds and then I get the answer. Oh, I'm very thankful and grateful for this. So what else is important here for my pile 4? Yeah, there's a lot of longing and waiting, and the 3 of Wands, there is this until your ship comes in, you have to undergo this change here. This change is important. Yeah, there is a lot of third party here in between the 2 of you. That means a lot of times this whole journey is blocked because of third parties. The third parties could be their career, because that's what's coming through a lot. I don't think the third party is a different person. Because we have here the career, and that you have to let go of the urgency of this twin flame journey. Again, I feel pile 4 is one of these twin flame journeys when you meet first in spirit. You meet first in spirit, and then you're waiting for this twin flame to come in. That's very important. So you have all this change. Same like in pile, was it pile 3? Yeah. The same like in pile 3, where you have to wait, or before this twin flame can come in, before you can come unite together, you have to change your complete self by yourself. And that's why you have to let go of the urgency. This is also one of the journeys that takes some time, yeah, to manifest. Yeah. And there is a lot of not being able to move. There is a lot of, things where you cannot communicate with each other because you don't understand, because you haven't changed yourself. I also see that, the career is an important factor here, that this twin flame is not being able, maybe also living somewhere else. There's something here where you guys are not being able to move closer together because, there might be a different culture or something where your twin flame is married maybe when you meet. There's some factor here where you cannot come together in union, like you don't meet and are together. Yeah, this is also one of the piles where you get awakened by spirit, you watch tarot readings, you change yourself, you become the best version of yourself, and then you meet your twin flame. It's similar to pile 3. Yes. That's what I'm saying. That's important here to know as well, that if you haven't met your twin flame yet, or when you met them, you couldn't be together because for some reason they were not able to give you that because they were married or they had a career somewhere else, or their career is more important than, their private life. That's how you know that this is your communication pile. Yeah, maybe they are celebrity, of course, then they cannot move. So it's like basically you have to work on yourselves here first, and you exchange via all these thoughts. But, the more you change, the more your communication becomes closer in this journey. Yeah, but most of the times you guys are on this journey on your own, I see here. Okay? So that's all what I'm having, my parfois. I hope you like this reading. Please give it a thumbs up. If you're here for the first time, please subscribe to our beautiful flamey community, okay? And I say bye.